Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I am Dr. Shaji Varghese Kudiyat, inviting you all to the 316th session of International Forum for Promoting Homeopathy. Our sessions are conducted uninterruptedly, continuously, every day for last 315 days, and today is our 316th day. So before we proceed, I would like to have 1 minute silent prayer for the success of the vision and missions of International Forum for Promoting Homeopathy, and also for the successful conveyance of the message expected of today's Zoom session. Let us have 1 minute silent prayer. Thank you. Today, for the information of those who joined our session for the first time, IFPH, International Forum for Promoting Homeopathy, is an organization formed by a group of homeopathy lovers, homeopathy doctors, and students at the time of pandemic, COVID-19, when the whole world remained panicked and affected with the inability to manage COVID, a simple viral infection. And homeopathy emerged as the best solution for viral infections, and especially COVID-19, in prevention, treatment, and rehabilitation. But unfortunately, world at large remain unaware about this possibility. So it is the duty and responsibility of every homeopath and every homeopathy lover, everybody, those who understand the effectiveness and healing potentials of homeopathy, to share this information, to create awareness about the well-being and well-being of humanity at large, so that this knowledge will be conveyed to the world leaders, healthcare authorities, and public at large, so that they can seek the help from homeopathy doctors or homeopathy practitioners from different parts of the world. Since then, IOPH started Zoom sessions to organize and coordinate homeopathic organizational leaders, homeopathic doctors from around the world through our Zoom sessions. And today we are on the 316th session. Today we have a wonderful personality, a passionate homeopathy doctor with us in our 316th day, who is none other than Dr. Munnavar Sulthana Sheikh, who will be talking to us regarding Bach flower remedies for healthcare management, especially mental health management. Dr. Munnavar is the founder, owner, senior homeopathy.
Hi, good evening, doctors. Dr. Shaji Kudiyat and everybody else here. Yes.
Yeah, just a minute. I will give a small introduction about you. Dr. Munnavar is the founder, owner, and senior homeopathy consultant of Dr. Munnavar's Homeopathic Medical Center since 1996. She is also the Karnataka Qualified Homeopathic Doctors Association executive member, and in Indian Homeopathic Medical Association, president of the Bangalore chapter, and the secretary of the Karnataka state chapter of IHMA. She also mentors, trains doctors in clinical practice. She has conducted many medical camps and conducts webinars as a speaker on various homeopathic topics and Bach flower remedies. Today she will be sharing with us on the topic mental health and Bach flower remedies. Over to you, Dr. Munnavar. The floor is yours. You can continue your session. You can start your session. Dr. Munnavar. I think she had some network problem. Hope she will join us immediately. She was here. I think she just left due to internet connectivity. I hope she will join us immediately. Just wait for a moment. You can start the introduction, doctor.
Okay, hi. Hi, good evening, everybody. I'm extremely sorry once again, and I apologize for the technical glitches that we've had now because of the network issues. So to begin with, as we all know, bachelor remedies were basically, founded by Dr. Edward Bach, who also founded the bowel nose soaps. He was an allopathic doctor, a physician, a pathologist, a bacteriologist, and a homeopath in early 1900s. He came across these flowers growing in the wild and studied their useful effects by simply taking out their essences from sun-kissed water ponds in a natural way. As Dr. Edward says, we benefit from nature, the sun, air, water, trees, flowers in many ways that heal the mind, body, and soul. He also believed that most illnesses stem from disharmony of the mind, the mental state of a person. If there's a lot of negativity, then diseases come to roost. Hence, these 38 bachelor remedies which treat the mind and help you for a better, happy, healthy life. So most of you might find a lot of similarities between the approach that we homeopathic doctors have along with the bachelor therapists as well. As we go along, you will understand much better.
Is it visible to you?
It's visible to me. About other people, I don't know. Is it visible to them?
Yes, sure.
Yes. Okay. So the next slide is about Dr. Bach's medical background. Dr. Edward Bach was a highly qualified Harley Street physician, a bacteriologist and homeopath. Successful orthodox research into bacteriology and vaccine therapy. He was more interested in patients as people than in their ailments alone. He took a post at Royal London Homeopathic Hospital and was influenced by homeopathic methods. He concluded that the personality and emotional outlook of the patient played a causative role in disease. Dr. Edward Bach wrote, "The disease of the body itself is nothing but the result of disharmony between the soul and the mind. Remove the disharmony and we regain the harmony between soul and mind, and the body is once more perfect in all its parts." Now, what are these bachelor remedies? I mean, we've heard a lot of people using bachelor remedies here and there. Even when I started my practice, I heard a lot about bachelor remedies and their efficacies in especially feelings and moods and mental health. So I was also very inquisitive to know about what they are. And I actually did a course from one of the Angela ma'am from UK, London. And it was a very informative and very beautiful experience and journey that I had with them. And that is why I thought maybe we should, discuss more about this. Bachelor remedies are alternative or complementary medicinal therapy or treatment which can be used to treat or heal the mind of its conflicts, feelings, negative emotions like fear, insecurity, aggression, indecisiveness, personality issues, even things like depression. They are treated by bachelor remedy. It deals with the mind and not the body. It deals with the situations of a person and helps them cope with it. So maybe the person is fine throughout, but maybe in those particular situations they're not fine and they may require just a little bit of push or some encouragement or motivation or some help to deal with that particular situation. And BFR, the bachelor remedies, really help cope them with it. It is used in dosage of 4 drops every 1 hourly or up to 4 hourly, depending upon the intensity of the problem. It is also used as sprays near the wrist or in the room or in steam. It was also used, by a lot of people earlier in the past, and even in the present, a lot of celebrities also use it. It can also be mixed in alcohol, brandy of one's choice, or plain water. It can also be used in the cream form and applied. It's absorbed in the skin immediately, and it also helps them feel better. It's very similar to homeopathy in matters of peeling effect, like an onion. It cleanses and heals the mind, body, and soul, and it is prescribed specifically for mentals only. In few remedies, you can actually see doctrine of signature, okay, very, very strongly. And in few cases where homeopathy medicines are prescribed, it helps in closure of cases or aids the case or independently can help the case to achieve cure. Now, the background information is like this. It was founded by Dr. Bach in 1936, the Bach Center. It's located at Mount Vernon in England. The Bach Center was the only source of remedies until the early 1990s. Since it got very popular and the therapy really picked up quite a bit, amongst a lot of people, the original Bach Center had outsourced the preparation of Bach flower remedies to Nelson's from the original gardens, identified by Dr. Edward later down the line. Preparation of these medications was outsourced to Nelson's, and continuing in the tradition of the method of preparation by original Bach flower remedies brand. So these are the present original manufacturers of Bach flower 38 remedies, the Nelsons. The Bach Center today is in an independent organization which focuses on the original system, its role in educating and holding the Bach flower Foundation International Register. So whoever is a graduate, now I wouldn't say a graduate, or whoever has completed those courses which they have conducted, their names are also entered in their Bach Foundation International Register, and they are allowed to practice. They have certain levels, level 1, 2, 3, and then they have a lot of other courses which are there. Once you complete that, you are fit to practice it. And also you can do training courses as well with them. The code of practice is healing naturally without any side effects. And you can visit their Backside Center for more details. So like I already told you, Bach flower remedies work on the peeling effect. That is by removing the person's emotions layer by layer like an onion peel, and revealing the next surface layer and working their way deep inside till the person comes, till the core part of the person is exposed, or they are, in peace with their self, and they are at a good mental state and harmony with oneself. It is very useful in handling acute emergency emotional situations, agitations, and feelings of a much chronic nature. It is also useful in feelings which arise in certain situations, or maybe around certain people. They help in converting your weaknesses into your strength, thereby improving your personality. This effect is normally seen in about 2 to 3 doses, and in some cases where the reactivity is very poor, it may be seen in about 2 to 3 weeks. So you have to be patient about it. There may be another remedy required and not the same. So if somebody has prescribed maybe say Mimulus in the first prescription, maybe there may be a requirement of oak or some other remedy later down the line. Meal times do not interfere with the working of remedies, although it's still advisable to take a little later after food or a bit before food. Rescue remedy is the most commonest which people have heard of, so they don't know what all goes into a rescue remedy, most of them. It could be a choice of 3 to max 7 remedies, which can be put as per the case requirement and the feelings prevailing at that time or a period of time. It can be used as an SOS in emergency situations, and in some instances, make it better, reduce it or stop the reactions or turmoil and enable the person to handle it better and overcome it. Like I told, a lot of celebrities across the world also use it. Now, what are the basic principles of this therapy? It is very natural and a non-invasive one. It treats the emotions and personality, not just the physical problems. It is used, like I said again, in conjunction with other therapies or medicines, whether orthodox or complementary. It is not a physical treatment. It is basically depends upon the selection, and the effect is entirely on the emotional level, not on the physical aspect at all. It helps, although indirectly, where we feel that, okay, if there are, people who are plagued with mental thoughts and a lot of emotional issues, which are reflecting onto their physical health. Yes, in those cases, then maybe once you give this remedy for their moods and for their emotional state, automatically you may be curing a physical state of theirs to a certain extent, not maybe completely though. It all depends again, case to case. It helps to bring about harmony within the individual, which enables the body's own natural healing process to take place. The aims of the remedies are to create self-help and self-awareness. That means it makes the person aware of their feelings, what they are going through, and how they can help themselves, rather than rushing to a doctor or, or going to a hospital. So which are the remedies that they can take to help themselves at that particular point of time in that particular situation? Again, the simplicity of the system is self-help, and the role of the professional practitioner who also prescribes the remedies also does matter. A lot of people ask, do bachelor remedies, doctor, have any side effects? Like homeopathy has got homeopathic aggravation. So do these BFRs also have some kind of aggravations or anything? Actually, absolutely, there are no side effects at all of bachelor remedies. And all they do is, in the process of clearing it layer by layer, there may be at times that whatever your suppressed emotions are there, or your anger, your frustration, or you have just suppressed your tears, they may all just come out. And it may be like a huge thing for somebody to just handle it. At that point of time, if the bachelor therapist or the practitioner is able to handle the patient or the person and make them understand that this will soon pass away and they just have to wait it out, that will be really nice and a very good way of handling the patient with their clearing up of the symptoms or clearing up of the emotions that they have suppressed over a period of time. Bachelor remedies are non-addictive, non-habit forming. One may require it here and there, maybe on a recurrent basis at times, and maybe just one dose might suffice and help them correct their personality. But what I have seen in my practice also when I use this, there are times when people require a personality type of a bachelor remedy as well as a mood type of a bachelor remedy to help them in certain acute phases as well. How to take the remedies? As I have told you earlier, it can be taken in a liquid form or in alcohol, mixed with alcohol or brandy. It can also be taken used in the form of a spray, and some people also use it in the steam inhalation. Normally, this brandy and alcohol work as preservatives for the medicines for the BFR. They are very safe, no contraindications. You cannot die because of an overdose of BFR. No side effects, absolutely. And then the dosage from the stock bottle should be taken, and possibly 2 drops of each for any of the 38 remedies, and 4 drops for the crisis formula has to be taken. For day-to-day moods, drops of each selected remedy can be taken in a glass of water and sipped at regular intervals. Now, those sipping at regular intervals can be 4-hourly, 6-hourly, 8-hourly, depending upon how much of problem you have and how you're feeling at the end of after you have taken one sip. The longer term difficulties are preparation of the treatment bottle and keep on taking it on a regular basis for a longer duration. That may become a little cumbersome process for few people, and they may not be able to do it. As said earlier too, they can be used in the cream base and as cosmetic applications. Now, what are the types of classifications of BFRs? Bachelor remedies are actually categorized into 7 types there, and here 2 types. I will come to the other slide later down the line. They are classified into 2 categories majorly. One is a mood remedy and the other is a type remedy. The mood remedies, like I said earlier, they are like you are giving these remedies for those specific moods, feelings, or emotions that that person is experiencing during that particular time. Remedies like feeling sad, lonely, feeling anxious, feeling very fearful of certain things, very indecisive. So these are the mood remedies. Type remedies are those that define a person's characteristic nature or personality rather than just a passing mode. So please understand that when you are treating a patient and when that person comes to you, you'll be able to actually identify which personality type remedy can be given to that particular person. And when that person is having certain mood swings during some phases, which are the mood remedies also that can be given to that particular person during that time. So like I told you, this is another classification of BFR into 7 categories based on these particular 7 feelings or emotions or moods. First one is for those who have fear, known and unknown fear. Second is for those who suffer from uncertainties. They are not sure about certain things or certain decisions or certain things that they would do. Third is insufficient interest in present circumstances. You can call it as a lack of apathy in one's own life or others' affairs. It could be, not interested in eating food or following your regular routine. So that can also be included in this. The fourth is based on loneliness, where the person likes to be alone, aloof, and would not like to communicate or socialize or be bothered about other, connecting to people or communicating to other people. They would like to prefer to be left alone. Fifth is oversensitivity to influences and ideas. So these are the people who can be easily influenced by other people's ideas, and these people are the ones which need to be protected from others' influences. So they will actually end up doing probably what others want them to do and end up messing up certain things which they never expected to. Sixth one is based on despondency or despair, hopelessness or helplessness state. Also a state of depression where they feel everything has gone wrong and they are feeling very discouraged and they are not happy with whatever is going on in their lives. So they might end up doing things out of despair, out of being very depressed. So this is one category. The seventh category is overcare for welfare of others. Overcare for welfare of others means, like, no matter what is happening in their lives, no matter how many problems they are undergoing in their own personal lives, they would want to care for others. They will go overboard, to an extent of neglecting themselves and their interest in just because they care for others so much. They end up becoming very tired and easily fatigued, but still they will end up doing things for others and damage their own health and their own affairs in the end. So these are the other seven kind of categories of classification what they have. Now these charts are the ones which are self-explanatory. I mean, you can go into more details of that. I will come to the other one later. And so BFRs, as Dr. Edward has put across, they can also be categorized as the 12 healers, which is more of a personality and your innate nature types. The remedies like agrimony, century, serato, clematis, chicory, gentian, impatience, scleranthus, mimulus, rock rose, water violet, and vervian. Now these belong to the initial 12 healers and more of the personality type remedies, bachelor remedies. The 7 helpers, as we call them, because they help to build your personality, they are useful in long-term chronic conditions. Okay, along with the personality medications, the 7 helpers are actually helping to improve the 12 healers which are there on the top already. So heather, vine, olive, oak, gorse, wild oat, rock water. These are the 7 helpers which help or which are very useful in long-term chronic conditions, which can also be given along with the 12 healers, which are there initially. So the first 12 healers and the 7 helpers comprise to the first 19s. Then comes the second 19s, which are used in acute and shock conditions. Remedies like aspen, beech, chestnut bud, cherry plum, crab apple, elm, holly, honeysuckle, hornbeam, larch, mustard, pine, red chestnut, star of Bethlehem, sweet chestnut, walnut, white chestnut, wild rose, and willow. So if you see, I'm sure there are a lot of remedies which are very much close to what we also practice in homeopathy, but in a different form. And there are these medications which are also available through various other manufacturing companies, where I have seen a lot of not just homeopathic doctors, but also psychiatrists and neurologists also prescribing remedies of bachelor. Then comes this other chart here, which comprises again of the 38 flowers. And like I have already explained to you about the 12 healers and the 7 helpers and the second 19th, that is all self-explanatory here in this chart. Now, coming to this particular thing, this I'm sharing you from my session that I have attended. So what do these remedies, what are the strengths and the weaknesses of these remedies? So on the right hand side, you have the feelings, which are the weaknesses of the remedies. And if you prescribe the remedy, which is on the left far corner end, The center one is something that you can expect or experience. So the positivity result which comes out of giving this particular remedy. So if you are a person who hides your troubles behind a smile, okay, when you give agrimony, there is more openness in that person. Similarly, if you feel fearful or unsettled but you don't know why, you can't say for what reason you're feeling fearful, or you're not comfortable, and you're not happy and something is wrong. So when you give aspen, there is a sense of reassurance that comes in, and you do not feel that fearfulness or unsettling. If you feel critical and tolerant and often struggle to see the good in things, uh, um, if you have to become more tolerant, beach is one of the remedies that you can take to become more tolerant towards a lot of good things around you. Suppose there is a person who is jealous type. When you give beach to them, they tend to become more appreciating about the good things around them, and tolerate certain things in a better manner, which is required. If you find it hard to say no to others, we have a lot of situations when we find it very difficult to say no to others. That point of time, when you give century, it helps them become assertive, and they will say no with an assertiveness. That no, I'm sorry, I cannot do this. So century can be given to such subjects or such people. When you doubt your own judgment, Serato is one remedy which will help you improve your judgment and help you guide better, so that you have no doubts about your own decisions and your judgment that you make. If you fear that you might lose control, that you might get overboard, go overboard certain things, or something is overwhelming you, or you might become impulsive, cherry plum is one good remedy that can be given to help them gain composure. If you find yourself repeating the same mistakes, like especially for students, I think it will be really helpful. When the same mistakes are being repeated again and again, chestnut bud helps the person to get an insight and helps them repeat less mistakes. And this is a very good remedy given to students. You are overprotective of the family and friends. So when there is a person who is very overprotective of family and friends, who goes out of the way to do things for them, chicory is one of the remedy which will help them relax and make them what do you say, not being overprotective and not go overboard with regard to their family and friends, and because it may sometimes cause a lot of issues to them, to the people who they are protective about. So for people who are daydreamers and often out of touch with reality, clematis is one of the remedies which will help them to focus better. And it can also help them to improve their overall image, and understand the ground realities. Uh, if there's a poor self-image and some person feels very unclean, and they feel that no, I should look more better, I have a acne issue, or I have a hair loss issue, or I'm fat, or I'm ugly, or I'm dark, or whatever the issues are, whether it is internal or exterior, okay, or external, when you give crab apple to such people, they start accepting their bodies and their own self as they are. And there is a some amount of self dignity that they have of their own. So for people who are overwhelmed by many responsibilities, elm is one of the remedies which can be given to them to help them give support, and to become more responsible, and in a nicer way, and not get overwhelmed by it. For those who have discouraged, who easily feel discouraged when something goes wrong, gentian is one of the remedies which will help them reinstill, and yeah, the encouragement that they require. When people give up hope, and they are like given up on life, or they don't see any good, for themselves, gorse is one of the remedies which helps them reinstill hope, and makes them more positive and confident too. For people who are talkative, who overshare and find it hard to be alone, you would get a lot of these people in your party, when they always want to hop from person to person, and they would like to talk to people. Heather is the remedy where it will also not make them just good talkers, but it will also make them good listeners. So if you have somebody who's very talkative all the time, if you want them to change to being good listeners, heather is one of the remedies where you can prescribe them. If the mind is if you feel the need to take revenge, or you're suspicious of others, there are some people who feel that Holly is one of the remedies which will help them clear the negativity, which will help them get, instill or imbibe goodwill for others, and help them forgive and forget possibly and move on. So this is what is required in today's world anyway. So Holly is one of the remedies which can be prescribed for people who are, very vengeful, or, who want to take revenge and are very suspicious of others, who think bad for others. Holly will help them. When your mind is, when the person's mind is stuck in the past and they struggle to move on. So honeysuckle is the one remedy which can help them not only, get over from the past, but also will help them in the present and to also move on. So holly and honeysuckle at times can be given for some people who are stuck in the past with some lot of bitterness or whatever, and they have some bad things that have happened, to forgive, forget, and move on. And these two remedies really go very well with each other. Impatience is when given to people who feel, who need to hurry up things, who feel impatient, as a name is suggestive of itself, and they would like to move fast. They do not like things going very slow. So they run out of patience. So for such people, impatience can be given to improve their patience level. And for people who lack confidence in their abilities, or they feel they're not talented enough, larch can help instill confidence in them. And this can be given to people who are in sports as well, or who are in certain creativity fields or any other field where they feel they are lacking in confidence and they're not up to the mark. Larch can help them regain their confidence again. People who are shy and feel worried about something very specific, Mimulus is one of the remedies which can help them gain courage and make them more bold, and overcome their shyness. And possibly you can also talk about maybe stage fear, and while doing a presentation or anything. This particular remedy will help them overcome those shyness, and give them more courage to do better, to perform better. Okay, it could be an exam also, it could be some kind of a event or a sport, or anything, or a stage or show. For people who feel unhappy or very gloomy, and they don't know why, mustard can bring in a spark of brightness in them, if prescribed. And for people who are struggling on, regardless of any obstacles that come into their life, regardless of how they are feeling and how burdened they are in their lives, oak is one of the remedies which gives them strength to move on, to go on. And this remedy mostly I have seen where it's prescribed more for the pillars of the family. Like it could be a male in some families, or it could be males and females together in one family, where they are taking the load of the family, and going on with their what do you say, with their regular duty towards their family members and towards people around them. Oak is a very beautiful and strong remedy. It's a personality medicine as well. You feel tired after making an effort. So when somebody feels very tired after making, what do you say, they are trying and doing work on a repeated basis, or maybe they feel that, oh, even if little they do, they're getting very tired or fatigued. Olive helps to restore the strength and the stamina for them, and helps them complete the job. So there might be some people who start off, but they are not able to complete. Olive, when given, will help them restore their vigor or vitality, and help them complete their particular task. When people feel guilty or blame oneself, so we could actually work on a lot of miasms here, but I don't want to dwell into that. So when people feel guilty or blame themselves, like, okay, I've not done this job well, and I'm not happy with what I have done, and I'm responsible for this, and for whatever bad happens. So pine is one of the remedies which can be given to help them overcome this particular guilt trip that they are on. When people feel overly concerned for someone else or for others, a red chestnut is prescribed, which gives them peace of mind and not to worry too much for others. When people are overwhelmed by fear or terror, like it could be something very frightful, scary, or some kind of a shock which they were not ready for, or they're suddenly terrified about certain things. So rock rose will help them overcome all these things and make them fearless. When you are a perfectionist and who sets very high goals, for themselves, and who cannot see that when people are doing not perfect jobs, and they are having very low standards, um, uh, rock water when given to such people will help them understand and look at people from a different perspective also, that everybody cannot be perfect and they have their own ways of dealing with it. And so these can be given, it helps them to become more flexible and more understanding with the other people and their goals. So this can be seen in corporate cultures too, as well as in any organization. When people struggle to make decisions, when scleranthus is given, it helps them to become more decisive. So this can be given to anybody. It could be a student, it could be an adult, it could be anyone for that matter. Scleranthus helps people to come to, to be able to take proper decisions. For when people have after effects of a shock or a grief, like a loss of life, somebody has lost somebody who they loved, or there was an accident, or there was some thing which was unpredicted that has happened, Star of Bethlehem is one of the crisis remedy which can be given to comfort them immediately, and which can help them cope up with the immediate effect of a shock or grief. When people feel anguished and they feel like everything is dark and nothing can be done, and they are not optimistic at all, they are possibly being pessimistic, sweet chestnut can offer some solace to them and help them to look at it in an optimistic manner at any situation or anything. So for people who are strong-willed and enthusiastic but inflexible, vervain can be given to help them unwind, to help them become flexible again, and to make them more empathetic towards other people. And they are, again, I said, their kind of work or their kind of situation or their kind of goals, what other people have. So vervain is also one of the remedies which can be used for flexibility along with rock water. For people who are dominant and can appear inflexible. Now, these are typical like those bossy people who like to boss around, and who can make you appear like as if they cannot be bent, or they cannot be told or dictated. They would love to dictate otherwise. So you have a lot of remedies like platina and all. There are a lot of remedies actually which I could give you collateral examples, but we'll stick to this now, otherwise it will take a longer time. So wine as such, when given to such dominant people who are dominating and who are trying to take the lead or charge of the whole situation or the things, it inspires them to become less dominant and appear more flexible and more understanding, to help. And this is actually very good for your boss. If you'll have a boss who's doing this, you can possibly prescribe, or if you know somebody. uh, Walnut, on the other hand, is given for somebody who is finding it difficult to adapt to changes. Changes could be a change in the place, a change in your house, a change where your little one or your child or your loved one has gone away, maybe on a temporary, to another country, or for a job, or for education, or you lost somebody also to, or there is a void which has been created in your life. Walnut will help you adapt to certain these kind of changes in your life, and it's a very good remedy to get you to stabilize. So when somebody likes to be alone and wants to appear aloof, water violet is one of the remedies which will help them to connect a little bit and not be alone all the time. And it is very important to help such people who are aloof all the time, because they may not be able to share anything with anyone. So a little bit of water violet will help them connect with people, maybe not completely change them, but a little bit. Then the people who struggle to switch off or have repetitive thoughts, like they are these people who like cannot eat, sleep, or do anything, just because there's this constant repetitive thoughts that are plaguing their mind, and that leads to a lot of confusion, and they're not able to focus on anything better. They're not having any peace of mind or peace of sleep. Neither they can eat peacefully nor sleep peacefully, nor do anything properly. White chestnut is one of the remedies that can be given for improving the tranquility of the mind, okay, and stabilize them. For those who are trying to find a path in life, or a direction in life, wild oat is one of the remedies that can be used to help give a certain directive or a certain lay a path for them, and help them decide where they have to go. This can be used for students again, or even for young people who are not sure about which course they want to take, or which career they have to take, or what choices they have to make in life. It's a very good medicine to help them get a direction in the way they want to head. Wild oat is one of the remedies for that. You lack, I mean, for people who lack interest and enthusiasm, wild rose can be given, and to get them back to enjoy their life in a more enthusiastic manner, and to like eat well, sleep well, to enjoy whatever they're doing and relish it. So wild rose can improve the quality of the life that they are living. When people feel resentful and sorry for oneself, willow can be given for more to improve the more positivity in that person, and to overcome all the negativity, and hopefully to bury it or to clear it up, basically whatever the negativity is going on in their lives, or whatever they have been resentful about. Now this is another picture which is depicting on the similar lines that I have already explained. These are the remedies which are in a more detailed manner. Dr. Shajia, are we running out of time?
Just a minute. Oh, you have only 5 minutes left.
Yes. So
You have to
there is a
wind up
lot.
within. You have to wind up within 2 to 3 minutes. 2 minutes.
So
You
what
have
I'll
to
do
take
is,
break.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run through the rescue remedy now, because more or less the whatever I have already spoken about the remedies is already here. Like
Okay.
I'll just quickly run through the slides. Agrimony here with the pictures that is depicting, like aspen, and then you have beech, century, serato, cherry plum, chestnut bud. Then you have elm, gentian, gorse, heather, holly, honeysuckle. You can just run through, doctor, okay, on the PPT as I talk. Hornbeam, impatiens, larch. Then you have mimulus, mustard and oak, olive, pine, red chestnut, rock rose, rockwater, scleranthus, star of Bethlehem, sweet chestnut, vervain, vine, walnut, water violet, white chestnut, wild oat, wild rose, willow. And now coming to the rescue remedy, I'll give you a quick thing. So my favorite combinations are different, but the basic three will always be, most of the times it can be any of these three remedies here, which I have listed as 7 here. The common mixes are agrimony, clematis, cherry plum, star of Bethlehem, rock rose, oak and mustard. Now my reasons for having these is that agrimony is one of the remedies where it hides its feelings behind a happy face. So these are the people who do not like to show what they are, and they may do anything to mask their feelings and everything. So, they are the people who can also take drugs, who can also take sedatives, who can do a lot of other things, who can get into drinking, smoking, just to see that, to show people that, I'm chilled out, there's no problem at all and I'm fine. So agrimony is one of the remedies of for this rescue remedy combinations, which are commonly prescribed. Cherry plum, on the other hand, is more of suicidal. They might harm themselves or others. They are very impulsive. They are fearful that they may lose their mind and they may do something wrong. And they have lost their reasoning, and they feel the strain so much that they have no control over their thoughts, and they may want to end their lives or maybe even hurt other people around them. Cherry plum. Clematis, like I said, unrealistic goals, daydreaming, and which is very different from the ground reality. These are very unhappy souls, living more in future than in the present, and they may not even work towards it. And if they are ill by any chance, they will not even make an effort to get well. And they may be looking forward to, death, or maybe meeting their beloved one. Like, okay, there was this case of a patient who was COVID positive, who I got to know. And the first thing that he told me was, doctor, I'm positive, and maybe I should join my mother too. She just passed away about 3-4 days back. I think I'm also going to join her, and I don't think so I'll survive. So when we gave clematis to this person, He was all fine. He could have been, he could have done a turnaround and he need not be hospitalized too. But from the hospital, when he said this, the only remedy that came to my mind was clematis. And after prescribing clematis, he got better and got discharged within about a day. So I think, this is one of the beautiful remedies for such people. Mustard, on the other hand, is for gloomy, depressed people without any rhyme or reason. They, have lost interest in their life and they don't want to smile at all. It is almost impossible for such people to smile or be happy. And we also have oak remedy, which is mostly a remedy given for fighters, warriors, who are brave people, bold people, who are social workers, who are activists, who are relentlessly working for the welfare of others around them. They are a blessing to our world. They are oak people normally. And despite any obstacles, they will do their best, even if the situation is helpless or hopeless. Rock rose, on the other hand, is a remedy which gives hope even in hopeless or helpless situations, like in accidents, in terrifying situations, sudden collapsing, in maybe some kind of nature's hazards like floods or earthquakes or other things. Rock rose is also one of the remedies which can help keep people calm. Star of Bethlehem, on the
Okay,
other hand,
doctor.
is also.
Okay.
I'll just take another 30 seconds. Okay.
Okay.
Star of Bethlehem is also another crisis remedy for distressing and painful, hurtful situations. When the loved ones move out or leave you behind, like how people experience an emptiness syndrome or a void which is very difficult to fill in. Consoling this person doesn't help. And when you give Star of Bethlehem, it helps them to comfort, soothe, and give them some solace. So I think I conclude my session here with one particular thing that Dr. Edward Bach has quoted. The cause of all our troubles is self and separateness, and this vanishes as soon as love and the great knowledge of unity become part of our natures. So happy healing to you all, and thanks for your patient listening. I'm extremely sorry for the technical glitches that we have had. So yeah,
Thank
I
you.
think
Thank you, Dr. Munnavar, for your nice presentation. We will not be able to have our question answer session today because we need to hand over the forum for the local Malayalam session.
yes.
So I request Dr. Manoj to give a 1 minute short vote of thanks so that we can conclude the session. Dr. Manoj.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Shaji. Nice presentation and a totally different topic for us because we are
Yes,
all
yes, Dr.
practicing on the homeopathy, some different. Anyway, it's good to have some information regarding everything around the world and globe. It's a good thing. So, in spite of the technical problems, we have performed very well. Thanks for your participation, and I request you to regular participate in this program. Thank you for on behalf of IUP, the extra sincere thanks and gratitude to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Manoj. Thank you. I truly appreciate
Thank
it. I'm
you.
sorry for the technical glitches. Yeah.
Okay, don't worry about it. Thank you. So thank you, Dr. Munawar. Thank you, thank you, Dr. Manoj, and all those who participated today. It is time to wind up our English session, handing over the session to the next Malayalam session. Over to you, the next moderator. Thank you. Good night. See you again tomorrow.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. Good night. Yeah.